boyfriend, he had just got arrested in the middle of September before I found out. So I didn't know how much time he was gonna get and if he wanted me to keep the baby or if his family would agree with me keeping the baby.
I just arrived at the detention center, and the nurse had asked me if there was a chance I was pregnant. And I told her there was a chance, but I was 30 years old. I got married when I was 16, so I didn't think that there was a possibility that I could get pregnant.
My husband came to America last year in February, and then I came here in USA last year in July. Yeah, after 1 month later, we thought that maybe
we found she may be pregnant.
Maybe pregnant.
And at that time, we know nothing about America.
Yes.
We know we have no money, and we have no friend. I have a little friend, and the future I cannot see the future. I cannot see the next year because I will have no income in the next year.
It's so important that the girls feel safe. And not just safe because we're not going to blab to everybody, tell their business to everybody, but safe in being broken. Because that's so important that they understand that we're not there to say we have all the answers as far as what we've done in our life, but Christ has all the answers.
So at about 5 o'clock in the morning, I was prompted to open up the phone book just to see what kind of services would be available to me. And I just started dialing numbers from the phone book to see really what time people would be open.
And I got a call, and it was very early in the morning. And I answered, and there was this girl on the other end, and she was scared and, wanted to know what her options were. She just found out she was pregnant, and I tried to comfort her and said, come into Daybreak today.
I felt like I'm barely not taking care of myself, so how could I, take care of my child too? I just didn't want to bring him into this world, and I couldn't give him all that I wanted to give him. So being that we were having like a bad money situation, he wanted to get an abortion.
So I talked with her, and then she gave a suggestion to do the ultrasound. So at last, both of us feel better, and my husband saw the baby in the ultrasound. It was amazing, So when we went back to home, both of us feel much better, and a little happy.
And it was great to come in there and have someone that was so loving and so caring to every need that I may have, and she wasn't judgmental towards me, and definitely directed me towards a life with Christ.
The counseling session that I had with Austin was very insightful, because as I went into Daybreak, I still had no clue as to what I wanted to do in terms of the pregnancy. I was leaning more towards having an abortion. After that first visit, the initial visit, I felt so comfortable with her that I was able to call her often, and I felt like I always had someone to talk to, and I've still been calling her like almost 2 years later.
But Miss Joanna, she sat and she listened to me. She gave me very good advice. She prayed with me. I found Christ. I'm attending church now, love going.
I didn't necessarily believe in church. I believe there was a being out there that was making stuff happen, but I didn't necessarily believe in going to church, reading the Bible, doing the hymns. But after the pregnancy and how things fell into place for me, even though I didn't think they would, just praying about certain things, and it happened weeks after I prayed for it, kind of made me think that, maybe the Christianity belief really works for me instead of not believing in anything, because it gave me a reason to be, a reason to keep going, not to give up.
anytime a client acknowledges that there's a God and there's a Jesus, it's exciting. And to be able to follow, be able to follow up and find out that she is at least considering the fact that God is there is very exciting.
And before I came to US, I believed that there's no God in the world. I believe in myself, and most of the Chinese did. After we came to US, and we met with many Christians. They shared their story, and they encouraged us to enjoy our lives. We have many problems. The Christians, the faith, help us to overcome the difficulties. And for our baby, Daybreak gave us a lot of guidance at the beginning.
Sharing the gospel is the most important part, I believe, that sets Daybreak apart from all the other pregnancy centers, because without the gospel, how would we be empowered to make the correct decision that God would want us to make?